drinking a coffee and trying to read a newspaper. The actor handles it all with grace. He poses for selfies and lets giggling young girls kiss his cheek for their social media posts. It's a swarm. Tinky is about to drag me by the hand. 2 more looky-loos won't suffocate him. You realize he legally changed his name to Marlon when he went out to Hollywood? He liked being 1 letter removed from the famous Brando. I roll my eyes at Tinky. You should change your name to Nosy Parker. Let's give him some space. I'd like to see some of the filming before we're banned from the set and told never to come back. I hear they're going to shoot some of the rescue scenes when that big storm is scheduled to come through. I'd read the same information in Cece and Millie's popular column, The Truth is Out There. When that front gets here, the possibility of tornadoes is 70%. Like any good farm girl, I am keenly attuned to the weather. The April skies so far have been remarkably calm. April is one of those months of incredible sun, when the crops seem to jump out of the brown soil and grow an inch a day. Or it can be Dorothy, tornadoes and flying monkeys. In April of 1927, the weather had turned treacherous and deadly. The 1927 flood killed more than 1,000 people and was still one of the worst natural disasters in the history of the United States. In the lead-up to the levee breach, the rain had been relentless for weeks. The Delta is a triangle of rich alluvial soil, bordered on the west by the Mississippi River and the Low S Hills on the east. It stretches from the south of Memphis down to Vicksburg, the perfect floodplain, totally flat, productive alluvial soil. On the day the levee north of the city broke, the Mississippi River poured into the flat delta and rushed down to Greenville, mostly submerging the town and drowning hundreds. The creation of Lake Ferguson on Oxbow Lake somewhat protects the city now, but in 1927, nearly 50,000 homes in the Delta region were flooded, and more than 20,000 buildings were destroyed. Another 62,000 were damaged. Nearly 300,000 chickens, hogs, cattle, and work animals drowned. Human deaths from the flooding numbered more than 1,000 in the Delta alone. Tinky swept a hand in front of her, echoing, as her words often did, my own thoughts. I don't think I'm tough enough to have survived that flood, she said. People clung to treetops for days, waiting for rescue. When the levee broke and the river flooded inland, there wasn't a chance to escape. Xenia was lucky, upstate from the levee breach. Do you think the movie will be able to depict that? CGI is an awesome thing, I told her. They can recreate some of the worst weather with computers. I'll be curious to see how they do it. I know the movie company brought in a riverboat. How will they show the town being flooded? You know, the floodwaters were waist-high in the downtown section for weeks. I wasn't a film expert, but Tinky obviously believed my unsuccessful career on Broadway had given me insight into how movies are made. I was perfectly happy to pander to that view. Do you think they're building a rooftop set at the north end of Broadway? Maybe they'll actually flood it. That would be exciting. What's this movie really about? Tinky asked. I know it's supposed to be an action film about the great Brandon family stepping up to help save hundreds of people stranded on the levee. But there's also some gossip that it's more than that. What have you heard? Millie and Cece were my primary sources of celebrity gossip. Tinky had the same resources. I've heard vague mentions that Marlon Brandon is going to whitewash his family. Folks have opinions, but no evidence. Gossip is delicious, but it's an empty feast. Is that another of Aunt Lulane's sayings? No, it's mine. I made it up.